Muy buenas desde la Hemeroteca del Buitre. La última guerra mediática en Estados Unidos tiene que ver con los datos en cuanto a la violencia de disparos en el país. Y esto está vinculado con las manifestaciones antirracistas que llevan produciéndose desde el asesinato público del señor George Floyd. El contexto es el siguiente. Desde los grupos, digamos, más detractores del movimiento Black Lives Matter, desde el primer momento se reprochó que este movimiento se centraba en los casos en los que un blanco asesinaba a un negro y no incluía los casos en que un negro asesinaba a otro negro, que, según decían estos detractores, eran un grupo muy mayoritario, dado que en muchas de las zonas donde había menos recursos, las zonas más pobres y muchas de ellas de mayoría negra, había mucha violencia entre grupos propios. Esto dio pie a un curioso momento en la última rueda de prensa en la que la portavoz de la Casa Blanca, la señora McEnany, reprochaba a los periodistas que todo el mundo le preguntara por si había habido banderas confederadas o no en el discurso del señor Trump en el Monte Rushmore y nadie preguntara por los niños asesinados en violencia callejera aquel último fin de semana. Entre ellos había niños afroamericanos muertos en tiroteos en los que presuntamente los que habían disparado también eran del grupo afroamericano.
Finally, I'd end with this. I was asked probably 12 questions about the Confederate flag. This president's focused on action, and I'm a little dismayed that I didn't receive one question on the deaths that we got in this country this weekend. I didn't receive one question about New York City shootings doubling for the third straight week, and over the last 7 days, shootings skyrocket by 142%. Not one question. I didn't receive one question about 5 children who were killed, and I'll leave you with this remark by a dad. It broke my heart. A dad of an 8-year-old lost in Atlanta this weekend. They say Black Lives Matters. You killed a child. She didn't do nothing to nobody, was his quote. We need to be focused on securing our streets, making sure no lives are lost because all Black Lives matter. That of David Dorn and that of this 8-year-old girl. Thank you.
Well, that was quite the mic drop, because that's actually true what that grandfather and his daughter were saying after their little 8-year-old was gunned down outside that Wendy's. The mom was trying to go around the barrier that those people... And the question looms today. Do Black Lives Matter or not?
Lo que claramente estaba dando a entender la señora McEnany, si no creo entenderla mal, es que los medios detractores del presidente Trump estaban explotando el caso del señor George Floyd y en cambio no hablaban nada del niño afroamericano porque al parecer les importaba menos la vida de un niño que la del señor George Floyd. Creo que eso es lo que intentaba reprochar la señora McEnany. Ese tema fue comentado en el programa de la CNN del señor Don Lemon, en el que entrevistaba a un deportista e importante activista de nombre Terry, y este intentaba hacer un llamamiento a la propia población afroamericana a la que él pertenecía para que, igual que en su día hubo un Me Too para defender los abusos, acabar con los abusos sexuales de jefes contra empleadas, en la propia población afroamericana debía haber algo equivalente, una especie de Me Too para frenar el nivel de violencia. Y lo llamativo es que el presentador, el señor Don Lemon, le frenó y aclaró por qué el movimiento Black Lives Matter no criticaba o no ponía tanto el acento en los niños afroamericanos muertos y sí en el caso del señor George Floyd.
Black people need to hold other black people accountable. I said this the same thing. This is the Black America's version of the Me Too movement.
The Black Lives Matter movement was started because it was talking about police brutality. If you want an all Black Lives Matter movement that talks about gun violence in communities, including, black communities, then start that movement with that name. But that's not what Black Lives Matter is about.
El argumento tiene una parte de lógica, en cuanto a que no es lo mismo la responsabilidad que podemos suponer a la administración en un caso entre violencia entre bandas o entre violencia callejeras, o si quien ejerce el crimen es un representante de la autoridad, como es un policía, y por tanto sí cabe en ese caso una responsabilidad a la autoridad vigente, empezando por la autoridad del Estado, que es de quien depende, del Estado, no del Estado de Estados Unidos, de cada Estado, que es de quien depende la policía. El hecho de que Don Lemon cortara al señor Terry dio pie a que el tema fuera comentado en la cadena rival Fox News. En el programa The Five, el señor Greg Gutfeld, en el tono histriónico que pone habitualmente, fue muy duro contra el señor Don Lemon por frenar la cadena de reproches que estaba haciendo el señor Terry Crews contra el Black Lives Matter.
That Black Lives Matter isn't about police brutality, it's about remaking America, because they keep talking about systemic racism without specifics. And what they're trying to tell you is that we need to throw everything out. And I'm not exaggerating this, okay? Their leaders will tell you this, that they want to get rid of capitalism, patriotism, and replace it with identity politics, which pits race versus race. The belief behind that is that we are irredeemable as a country and that we are guilty of deeds of our ancestors. It's incredibly poisonous, but Don Lemon couldn't let Terry make that point. So what he did is he race-splained to Terry Crews. He talked over him and through him because he was terrified the viewers might actually hear the truth, and that he didn't want a black man's voice that wasn't Lemon's. And it's a comparison worth noting. You know, Terry Crews has been around. He played in the NFL. He's an artist. He's an activist. He's an actor. He's got 5 kids. I mean, Lemon is just a media mouthpiece. Right now, what does Terry Crews care about? He cares about the suffering in his community, the real problems, the black-on-black crime. But Don Lemon is in the media, so what does he care about? Defunding the police, destroying monuments, perceived racism of products and people. So he's chasing the symbolic crap, and Terry Crews is actually trying to solve the bigger problems. And it makes you wonder, why is it that people like Don Lemon in the media don't actually want to address the real problems? Because maybe they realize that those real problems are caused by them, i.e. Democrats and liberals who run the cities, who put out these policies, who make the police stand back and prevent the police from doing their jobs and helping the people in minority neighborhoods. Maybe that's why Don Lemon doesn't want to talk about it, because it's the cities, Democrat.
No fue el único. Al día siguiente, en el programa del señor Tucker Carlson, también arremetió contra el señor Don Lemon por cómo estaba informando de todo este asunto.
But just 7 years ago, it was a different country, and people were kind of allowed to say what they thought was true. And so at the time, here's what Don Lemon was saying about black communities. Watch this.
More than 72% of children in the African American community are born out of wedlock. That means absent fathers. And the studies show that lack of a male role model is an express train right to prison. And the cycle continues. Pay close attention to the hip-hop and rap culture that many of you embrace. A culture that glorifies everything I just mentioned. Thug and reprehensible behavior. A culture that is making a lot of people rich. Just not you. And it's not going to.
Wow. Can you imagine what would happen if Don Lemon or his bodybuilding buddy over there, any of these hair hats, said something like that on CNN Tonight or MSNBC? That would be their last live broadcast ever. They would be fired immediately. You can't express views like that.
El argumento de Fox News en esto es que el hecho de que los lugares donde ha habido más violencia, incluyendo la muerte de estos niños, hayan sido estados gobernados por el Partido Demócrata, implica que son ellos, demócratas, y de paso toda la ideología progresista, los responsables de que haya aumentado este ambiente de violencia. Ese dato fue respondido desde la CNN en el programa de su estrella, el señor Chris Cuomo, experto siempre en decir que él sobre todo pone los datos, look at the numbers, como dice siempre, y él aseguraba que no era así y que todo esto de poner sobre la mesa a los niños muertos en tiroteos era una campaña de la derecha o la extrema derecha contra los demócratas.
The number of homicides are spiking. Look at the data. New York, Chicago, Louisville, Philadelphia, New Orleans, Denver, Miami. And the White House says it cares. Now they have offered no way to do those things. So why do they care? Well, they care if they can blame it on their opponents.
A mí quizá de todo lo que se ha dicho lo que más me interesa es lo que dijo el señor Juan Williams, que es que Estados Unidos tiene por encima de todo un problema de violencia.
I think they want better police, Dana. I think that, let's debunk this theory that somehow there's this crime wave going on out there. The reality is crime is down in the top 25 American cities. 5% violent crime is down 2%. But what you have is murder up about 16% in those 25 big American cities. But note, even as we're talking about that, you should keep in mind that the murder rate that we're experiencing now in a place like New York is the same as it was in 2015. So there's a lot of politics loaded into the way that people are looking at what I see as an explosion in terms of gun violence. And why is that? I think it's, according to the experts, they point at a lot of these gangsters, a lot of these drug dealers.
Y lo que más me llama la atención es que ningún grupo relevante, no solo que no lo haga CNN o Fox News, es que ni el Partido Republicano, ni el Partido Demócrata, ni el Black Lives Matter se atreve a hacer ninguna campaña contra las armas. Entonces, por lo visto en Estados Unidos puede discutirse sobre un montón de cosas, pero un debate sobre el tema de las armas, de momento parece que ni está ni se le espera.